Off, what are we looking at here?
We're looking at if these teams can play aggressive on this map because this map is just rotation central basically with that easy rotation through mid link. So already we're getting started with a heavy util dump on E main. And oh, the rotate! Oh, that was so unfortunate for CC. She got stuck with her. She was just inspecting her knife. Did not expect them to rotate back. And like I was saying, rotation central, and TMX are on top of it. Sorry, SLR is on top of it.
Yeah, we saw the aggression come forth, and now that actually allows SLR to gain the site. So the site is theirs. But they just have to continue fighting for it. You can see, I mean, heart down drop. You wouldn't really take that, you know, initiative up there. So it's also one of those things where they're kind of taking higher ground as well. Now they're taking the sandwich in, and everybody on SLR is on tons and tons of different locations. They're trying to take this down. Oh, and it's just a continuation. It's really unfortunate here for Team X. They have the 2v3, but they can still win it out, but they're just not going to peek the corners. You have to be cautious. You have to be careful. And Solaire's going to win the first round here.
From Dish came out way too late, and unfortunately she couldn't really capitalize off it, making it now second round. They reinvest, so most likely will be a 2-0, but you never know what can happen with classics.
You never know, and that's one of the, you know, things here. We never know if CC's gonna win this out, but no, it's actually going to be hard. Unfortunately, CC isn't going to peek the correct angle, which is one of those things, but here we have it. I mean, it's just the full push. You have the Spectres, you kind of have that advantage already given to you. The headshots for Taro, though, are hitting pretty hard here, and now it's Azayla left. It actually might just be able to get one, actually perfect. And there we have it, the win for SLR, the second round in. And yeah, I mean, the Spectres are pretty strong, I feel like, on a map like Fracture with these close corners, so I wouldn't count SLR out as well here for the bonus.
And that trademark placement is so important from both sides of both Azalea and Terror. Also interesting as well, CC has gone from that chamber to a Viper, where Azalea now going from that jet to a chamber is quite interesting.
Yeah, but once again, aggressive attack, aggressive type of never mind, it doesn't work out. I was about to say, this is perfect. They're rushing onto the site, they're trying to take these close hand fights, but instead it was just a complete cutoff. The moment they dropped, their bodies dropped, literally. It was like it was kind of honestly fate. They came through drop, their bodies just completely dropped down.
Now going into this third round, 0 Point not going to spot anyone out. I do like the KO pick though on Fracture. If Fawn can really find any value with those 0 points at the beginning of the rounds, information is absolutely huge on this map as well.
And it's the information that is actually needed here for SLR. And not necessarily knowing what site they want to push just yet, but actually that's what they're fighting for. They're fighting for that information. Of course, we have Chobo down drop. Now we see Heart waiting along main. Chobo no longer drop. Actually is going to go down, but we do still have, I mean, a 4v4. The smokes are there. We have that utility. It does seem like they're going to be able to utilize that. Zayla is going to have to be pressured back. They have to be careful Tower. Seems like, no, Tower was actually cleared out. They have full control of the sites here. CT, that's where you have to be careful of. You have to be careful of spawn, because here on the defender side, it is just a complete turnaround. They could still take this
flank.
They have so much util to utilize. The flashes are actually going to come through, but Leah hiding within the smoke, having to be careful. The moment it dissipates, Mo is going to play with it, and that's going to leave Leah out in the open. It is TMX taking this picks down 2v2. Now that we have it, Fawn is going to be taken, but it looked like Fawn could have clutched it up for just a second. It was just the timing, the auto strike coming down on Fawn, just kind of pressured Fawn to sit there and try to take as many as Fawn could.
Waiting for their chance to go into the qualifiers. And looks like Solé are forced into an eco. They do have a lot of ultimate economy to work with. That's that tour de force coming out as well. But it looks like TMX are just going to play pretty far back, pretty passive actually, not really pushing out any of the extremities, waiting. And it's a little bit of a standstill here, Gompers.
Yeah, it is. And I guess it works more so for, I mean, Team X here. Seems like the rotation is coming through. And the moment they hear that utility, they have to make a perfect execution. It's 50 seconds left and beautiful. You can see it, but no! Azalea's able to actually clear it up, and that should have been Chobo's. That's super unfortunate. It's just not clearing out the angles, not ensuring that what you're doing is going to be the correct approach, and that's going to leave that punishment there, but it is still a 2v2 here, Cozy. It is 100% winnable. We just have to see this 30 seconds commit, right? The spike isn't down. It's completely in the hands of Team X. Now, I mean, this Viper Spit is going to allow more grounds, so could cover it up. The only issue at hand is that Mo's all the way across waiting for somebody to peek through. CC actually is able to take that one down, and now the Viper Spit down as well. So CC and Taro in this 1v1 situation. Spike isn't going to be planted, so Taro has to fight for this. But no, Taro, you have to be careful. You have to completely be aware that all of your teammates have lost on the site. So, of course, this is one of those moments where you have to watch. You have to be diligent.
Just a matter of who could out-rotate who. You saw in that 2v2, and one getting shot right in the back from Link, and then just that waiting game. It was defend-decided at that point, because they did have to get the plant down. But going into this round, oh, the gravity well, not going to really do too much, but there is a little bit of information gained from that.
Yeah, the A site's still there for TMX, so it's also like SLR has been committing to these very slow pushes. It's very informational. You can see Heart is actually going to get caught out. I mean, that was good. Heart listened. Heart knew, okay, well, Taro's backing off the site. If we are silent, then maybe it works out. Maybe we can get that late push in. We just have to do it in a way where we won't get caught out, because now that rotation is there for Team X. They have it. Now Soph is able to kind of commit to that. Unfortunately not. That Rolling Thunder came through. It did get stunned out. We can see it here. The plant comes down. We're going to work out nicely. But the problem at hand here is Cozy, whether or not they're able to play off of this util. And this is perfect. I mean, Astra, definitely not out of the meta. You can see how well this util is going to play in having that stall momentum. Leah able to take the first, playing with their smokes wrapped around, down in the middle of sight. So here it is. I mean, it's perfect. With the sheriffs in hand, not able to play off it. Team X are having a difficult time getting past that smoke. And of course, it is Leah. Astra's not out of the meta. I mean, it works out so nicely having that gravity well there just in case Leah had to back off and had to take at least some stall to reposition.
Because they waited out. That gave Solid the opportunity to gain control of the side, to gain control of A main, push those parts of the site where they could get very strong post plant setup going, and it went in their favor, and it's forced TMX into this eco round, and they're just gonna get mowed right down.
Got mowed down exactly like that. I mean, now Team X with 2 players left on the defense, so the retake definitely is not going to be easy. And I mean, SLR honestly almost about to bust out a flawless, but we're gonna have to see it. I mean, there's a lot of damage done on Taro. Taro could still kind of be one of those players that Team X can still take out. We are going to see a lot of util being dumped down by Azalea. They have their rendezvous, and we are going to see a Prime Gaming Flawless come out for SLR. They're able to keep the site on the post plant, and I mean, they've been going to the B site. I mean, the A site, my apologies, pretty consistently here.
They got a plant down, but they couldn't really hold the B site, and I like how instead they're going for this A site take, constantly waiting for the Viper util to go down. They just get a free take of it, basically. So SLR once again going for the A push. CC really has to stay alive here. This is gonna be so unfortunate if she falls.
Ooh.
And she falls.
Yeah, they split up very often on SLR, but it works out. They're able to play together. They have that buddy system in place, and now it's Azayla by themselves. The TB has to come through. You can't sit in that corner completely stunned out, right? It's kind of hard to kind of make that decision, but the right one was made. Gonna back off, play the retake with everybody else on Team X, but we can see Fawn aggressing, still having 2 flashes left, not gonna use it. It's actually going to get caught out by Team X, and I mean, of course, Fawn wanting to watch that, but 2 flashes, that's so much util to use to have that advantage. That just was not utilized. It is going to have to be Taro to clean up that mess, though. You do see how much Taro can clean up, and the garbage bag is only so big, but it's going to be difficult here. The flash comes through, so knowing that Taro was up there, it's unfortunate. It's going to peek through.
But really, as practiced when it comes to most teams, it just takes a bit of just that reactionary play. And Team X have been doing a really good job at just slowly building that. They are forced into an eco this round, unfortunately. Azalea does get the trade-off with a headhunter and a gun required. But it does look like SLR have taken all the control of B-side.
You are divided.
Yeah, but this Cosmic Divide, oh, and this is good too, because this, you know, was my favorite part about Astra. Completely dividing up all the sites. That's going to force Team X to have to peek through. But Azayla actually doing a spectacular job at creating that space needed to be able to get this retake down. Now, that's leaving Heart down in tower. Could actually clutch this. You can see 2 snake bites left. Heart might actually use it. No! And it's unfortunate. He's not able to stall. And so peeking out on an open angle with the flash, I mean, it was a takedown there. And it was one of those things where you can't